This is my personal guide on how to get the online achievements for Red Dead Redemption, which means you have to be as skilled as you possibly can be. These achievements include the Quick and Everyone Else, which is be the top scoring player in any 3 consecutive free-for-all games in a public match, and Go Team, which is be on the winning team for 4 consecutive victories in any team-based game in public matches. The first achievement I'm going to talk about is the 3 consecutive wins in free-for-all games. Now, the best strategy to get the most kills is to be the player that moves around the most. Now, standing still or camping, as we know it, restricts you to only killing the players that walk past you and doesn't allow you to make chase, which will fast track you to the bottom of the most kills list. Make sure when you're moving around the map that you don't sprint, or it will reveal your location on the map. Not sprinting will make it easier for you to come up behind enemies without being detected, so being patient and running slowly is vital. Now, using the right weapon for the right moment is also very important. I do see a lot of players using a shotgun for trying to shoot people at long range, and there is little point using a shotgun or even some handguns to shoot enemies at a long range. So knowing the weapon to suit the environment is a must. The best time to use a shotgun is when you're being approached by more than one enemy, so killing one of them fast will just make it easier to survive, of course, and it will increase your chance of getting to the top of the list. The best weapons to use are the weapons with a quick rate of fire, which means handguns are your best bet. Make sure to pick up a pistol if you possibly can, because they shoot the fastest. So make sure when you're shooting a handgun that you tap the right trigger as fast as you can. Now, as we all know, auto lock automatically aims at the body, so when you're locking onto a target, make sure you move your aiming a little bit up towards the head, and that way you'll get one-hit shots, headshots as we like to call them, and yeah, it'll just make the game flow a lot better. Now, a mistake I see a lot that actually doesn't happen to me as much, actually no, that's a bit up myself, but what I'm going to say is there'll be someone coming up from behind me and they'll shoot me and I'll manage to escape before they kill me, even though I didn't see them before they shot me. So if you're approaching an enemy from behind and you want to make sure to kill him, it's best to use your Deadeye if you have it. Using the Deadeye when someone can see you and is shooting at you, it just won't work because it does take some time to use. So make sure you're using it when you're not seen, and you'll be able to kill them in about 4 seconds, and they won't get away. Trust me. Now, the last step is quite an easy step that most of us already do already, but the last step is to travel around the edge of the map. By doing this, you'll run into players that have just spawned. I know it sounds cheap, but it's a good way to get kills, and hopefully they'll leave the match if they complain too much. Yep, that's great. So by keeping out of the middle, like, you won't be spotted as much, you won't be chased from behind, and it'll just keep you from dying. Okay, the next achievement is Go Team, which is be on the winning team for 4 consecutive victories in any team-based game in public matches. Now, this achievement is probably a little bit easy to get because every time you join a gang match you have a 50-50 chance of winning, so you most likely have more of a chance of getting this achievement, but don't always count on the rest of your team doing all the work. If you put in the effort, you will reap the benefits. I can't stress that enough. In a gang shootout match, the same basic principles apply to free-for-all matches. Make sure to always be moving around and try to stick with the other team members for quick, easy kills. Also, if you ever get the chance to use your Deadeye, use it, because a lot of the time you can take out more than one person with a Deadeye before they even notice you if you're coming up from behind them, and that'll really boost the chances of winning. Something I tend to do, the rare occasion I get to do, is when I see a team member getting shot, I tend to run in front of them and take a few of the bullets. Not only will this allow you both to stay alive longer, but it will allow you to get the least amount of deaths as possible, and hopefully you'll take out that bastard shooting you, and hopefully you can understand what the fuck I'm talking about. In Capture the Bag games, it isn't the best idea to be the defender. There will always be people to defend. The best way to capture the bag is to go to the border of the map and follow it. Yes, I know it does take longer, but you will go to your target undetected, so make sure you go across the border. Yes, to Mexico. The best way to get back is by moving towards your teammates. Now, this is probably one of the only times in the game where I sprint, is when I have the bag. So, if you die and you're next to a teammate, hopefully it gives them the opportunity to grab the bag and hopefully capture it. Now, don't be afraid of having a small amount of kills and lots of deaths. In the end, only the bags matter, and if you capture a bag, you'll be at the top of the list no matter how many. It doesn't matter how many deaths or how many kills you have. Now, if you do have to defend, it does not pay off to stand around the bag. All that will get you is deaths, and the bag will be lost. So it's always good to stand up on like a roof or like behind cover and just pop off the people that come towards you. It's probably the one place of the game where, for me, camping actually works. Now, I know these steps don't sound like, you know, normal things to do, or maybe they do, and maybe you already do most of them, but these are the things that I do to get on top of the list, and I'm not going to bout myself, but I'm always in the top 3, which is pretty good considering I don't really play online that often. I usually just play the story, even though I'm 100% it now. Yes, thank you very much. So follow these steps, and hopefully your chances to get these achievements will rise. Also, it will probably work a lot better if you do it on a weekday. You know, less plays mean less competition. I know it sounds dodgy, but you know, it's the truth. You know, if you go on at a time where there's not a lot of people online, you know, you'll get them a lot easier.
I thought you preferred servicing strange men in the back of the saloon.